Hi Beauty Pies, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a makeup tutorial on this look. It is in honor of the summer. The summer is here. First day of summer was 2 days ago, so I was just inspired to do a really beautiful summer glow makeup look. This is dedicated to those of you girls that have stayed inside and out of the sun like a good Indian girl, but still want to fake that I've been at the beach all summer look. I prepped my face for the glow, then I obviously used highlighter, and then I finished with a glowy setting spray. So you can add or eliminate any one of those steps for more or less of a glow, but that way you don't have to entirely depend on highlighter. And I also used a new powder bronzer. It has a little bit of red in it, and I just think it's gonna be one of my new favorite bronzers. So anyway, I'm so excited to show you all of these new products that I have and I'm using. So let's get on with the tutorial. Alright, so my skin is already moisturized, my eyebrows are done. Next, I'm going to be using a couple of drops of jojoba oil on top of my moisturizer just to add a little bit extra glow. I'm just going to rub that oil together on my hands first, and then I'm just going to lightly pat it all over. Now, if you have oily skin, you can try to just concentrate it on the areas where you want the extra glow, but I am just going to be putting it everywhere. So you can already see the extra glow from the oil. I put it on my neck and my collarbone as well, and my shoulders, because I'm going to be wearing a tank top with this look, so I'm going to add that glow everywhere I can. For my foundation, I'm going to be mixing two foundations. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, as well as my favorite NARS Sheerglow Foundation. Okay, next I'm going to be applying my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. Using my favorite brush to blend out my concealer, and that's the Morphe M335. Next, I'm going in with another concealer just to brighten the center of my face a little bit more to kind of enhance my overall glow. So I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. So this is a very concentrated concealer, so I don't want too much, just want to brighten. Okay, so that's it. Just want a little bit extra brightness in those areas. I'm going to be using my NudestX contour stick in the color Deep 10 to contour. Lightly blend that out. Next, I'm going to set my concealer with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm just going to do a light layer of this to set the concealer, and then I'm going to go back in with another layer of powder. I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Give Me Sun to powder the rest of my face. Take that down my neck as well to darken it up a bit. Next, I'm going to add an extra layer of powder in order to accomplish what is commonly known as baking. The best way I think I can explain baking is you're just adding an extra layer of powder in the center of your face, and it sets your makeup really nicely so that your makeup doesn't move, that you don't ever really get oily in the areas that you bake, and it just gives it a really smooth, even appearance. For a look like this, since I have the extra oil and I'm going to be adding highlighter and a lot of glow, I feel like it will really balance out my face to have the center of my face nicely mattified so that the rest of the glow is really more enhanced. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I have it in the color Kunafa. This is going to be my first time that I'm using it. It reminds me very much of the Ben Nye banana powder, at least the color does. I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender to pick it up. I'm taking a little bit of the powder into the cap, and then I'm just going to press my damp beauty blender into the powder, and then I'm just going to stamp it right underneath my eye. Just like that. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, so that's it. We are baked. So I used the Beauty Blender by Morphe brushes. You can use the regular Beauty Blender or any beauty sponge that you're comfortable using. So we're going to leave that on the face, and we're going to move on to the rest of our face. So my eyes, I want to be glowing as well. So I'm going to be using the highlighter for my eyes, but I do want to carve out my eyes using a darker brown. So I thought this was the best palette for me to use. I'm planning to use this dark brown to contour the eye, and the middle pale pink color from my lid. So let's see how it goes. Taking the Morphe M511 brush. It's an animal hair brush, and I really like how it's rounded and it's dense, but as it gets closer to the top, it's less dense. So this is definitely more dense than a typical fluffy brush that I use for my outer corner, but I just want to build up the color quickly. So I'm going to pick up that brown, and I'm just going to apply that to the outer corner of my eye. Next, I'm taking this pale pink color in the middle, picking up that color with a flat synthetic brush. I'm just going to put it on the inner corner of my eye up until about the middle of my lid. Next, I'm going to use my Morphe M433 brush to apply that same dark brown color that I have on my outer lid, and I'm just going to apply that here. Before I take my bake off, I'm going to apply the highlighter that I'm using on my eyelids as an eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using this Ofra highlighter. This is in the color Soho. This is a collaboration with Talia Mar. So I'm going to actually use my clean pinky finger, and I'm going to just put that on the center of my lid. Next, I'm going to take the Maybelline Eye Studio Black Liner. This is in the color Blackest Black. Using the Sigma Small Eyeliner Brush. This is the E10. This does come with a brush that you can use. I do use it. I think it works just fine. It's dirty right now, so that's why I thought I would use a different brush. Next, I'm going to just wipe off this bake. I'm just using any clean brush. Okay, so although the powder was starting to feel a little irritating as it was on, now that I've wiped it off, it's fine. Like, there's no irritation. I don't feel like my skin feels dry or anything like that. I'm just going over my face with the brush I used to apply the bronzer on the perimeter of my face, just because there's some areas that were a little too bright, so I'm just kind of going over that area. So you can see like the baking really provided a really nice clean line. Also, the color of this powder really gave me a really nice golden tone, which I think is gonna be super nice for my overall glow. Next, I'm going to put on some eyelashes. I'm going to use the House of Lashes eyelashes in the style Iconic. I'm going to go ahead and apply them off camera, but I will link above here how to apply false lashes. Next, I'm going to line my lower waterline with the Urban Decay Perversion eye pencil. I'm using the MAC Extended Play Giga Black mascara. So I want to get a little bit more bronzed, so I'm going to add one more bronzer, and the one I'm using is by Fenty Beauty. This is the powder bronzer in the color Mocha Mommy. I love it because it's a deep brown with a little bit of red in it, and I just think that it will look so pretty against my skin tone. So I'm going to be using the Morphe M527. It's an animal hair brush. It's very fluffy and light, so that it'll apply a very natural light layer of this powder. I'm going to start with a light layer and just see how much more I want to add. So you see it just kind of adds like this reddish brown to my cheek. I think that's just such a beautiful color. Okay, I think I'm just going to go in with that much. I don't think I want any more than that. So I'm going to go ahead and just, again, I'm just tapping in very lightly, just like one time, tapping the brush off, and then it's going to do the same thing on the other side of the cheek. I think I want a little bit more on my forehead, so I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm kind of focusing on this area right here at the temples, and then placing it there, and then lightly brushing it out. Take a little bit more, run it across my jawline, and down my neck. I'm also going to take it across my collarbone and a little bit on my shoulder. Next, I'm going to take one of my favorite blushes as of recently. This is the Shayna B in Miami. No, this is the Shayna B Miami. That's the brand, and this is in the style, in the color Brickle. I'm just going to use the same brush I used for my bronzer. I'm just using that center portion of the brush. Now we're going to go in with the highlighter. So again, this is by Ofra, and it's in the color Soho. This is M601 by Morphe. I love fan brushes for applying highlighter. I think it's just fun, and it's just easy to apply. I kind of feel like I get it right every time when I use this brush. Tapping off the excess, and then I'm just going to start applying. Okay, held back a lot there, so I'm going to take another swipe and just tap it off slightly and just keep applying. It is a beautiful highlight. It is really nice for a deeper skin tone. Apply a little bit on my nose. Also going to add a little bit on the inner corner of my eye. I'm using this old MAC brush. I would normally use my Morphe E36, but it's dirty and I don't have another clean pencil brush, so this is what I'm using. Just use any pencil brush that you have, or you could even use your pinky finger. Okay, there we go. For my lipstick, I'm going to use a combination of lip liner and lipstick. So first I'm going to line my lips with the MAC lip pencil in the color Hover. For my lipstick, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Down to an Art. This is very similar to the Velvet Teddy lipstick by MAC as well. This is, I feel like, a little less peach. After I apply one layer on my lips, I'm just going to blot out the lipstick. I think for a glowy summer look, you absolutely have to use a shiny lip gloss. So the one that I'm using is one of my favorites. This is the Sephora Gel Gloss Ultra Brilliant Ultra Shine Lip Gel. So I'm going to start by just applying a little bit to the center of my lips. Here and blot it out. As a last step, I'm going to add some MAC Fix Plus. This is a really good setting spray for when you want to set your makeup but also have a glow on your face. That's it, guys. We're done with this look. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comments section below. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye!